You walk into your home and everything is in its place. The books are arranged by color on the shelf, the kitchen counters are spotless, the closet is organized with military precision. You feel a sense of peace, of control, of mastery over your physical environment. You have spent hours, perhaps days, creating this sanctuary of order. Yet when you open your bank account, when you look at your credit card statement, when you think about your financial future, you feel the opposite: chaos, confusion, a gnawing anxiety that keeps you awake at night. You can organize every drawer in your house, but you cannot seem to organize your money. You can color code your wardrobe, but you cannot seem to color code your financial life. And here is what you need to understand right now, what nobody has told you before. The same person who has the discipline to create physical order possesses the exact capability to create financial abundance. The same mind that sees the value in organizing a pantry can see the value in organizing wealth. The same hands that arrange books can arrange investment. But something is blocking you. Something is keeping you from applying your natural gift for order to the one area of your life that matters most for your future, for your family, for your legacy, for the fulfillment of the divine purpose planted inside you. You were not created to live in financial disorder while your home sparkles with perfection. You were not designed to have clarity in your closet, but confusion in your portfolio. And today, everything changes. Today, you will discover why your love for organizing is not just a personality trait, or a hobby, or a way to pass time. It is a spiritual gift, a divine indicator, a sign from the Creator that you are meant for financial abundance and stewardship. Today, you will learn how to transfer the power you have over physical space into power over financial space. Today, you will understand that the order you create in your home is a mirror reflection of the wealth you are meant to create in your life. Let me tell you something that will shift your entire perspective. John D. Rockefeller, the wealthiest person in modern history, attributed much of his success to one simple practice that most people overlook. He kept meticulous records. He organized every single penny that entered and exited his life. From the time he was a teenager, he maintained a ledger, a simple notebook, where he recorded every transaction, every donation, every earning, every expense. This was not because he was obsessed with money. This was because he understood something profound that connects directly to you and your love for organization. Order creates opportunity. Clarity creates capacity. Structure creates surplus. When you know where everything is, when you have systems in place, when you can see the whole picture at a glance, you make better decisions. You eliminate waste. You identify patterns. You spot opportunities that others miss. Rockefeller understood that financial success is not about making more money. It is about managing the money you have with excellence. And this is exactly what you do when you organize your home. You are managing your physical resources with excellence. You are creating systems. You are eliminating waste. You are making better use of what you already have. The problem is that nobody taught you to apply these same principles to your finances. Nobody connected the dots for you. Nobody showed you that the skill you use to organize your linen closet is the exact same skill that builds generational wealth. And because nobody taught you this, you have been living with a disconnect, a painful split between the order you create in one area and the disorder you tolerate in another. But that disconnect ends today. Think about what happens when you organize a room. You start by emptying everything out. You look at what you have. You decide what stays and what goes. You create categories. You establish zones. You give everything a home. You create systems so that maintaining order becomes easy and natural. And then, when you need something, you know exactly where to find it. When you want to use your space, it serves you instead of stressing you. This is not random. This is wisdom. This is stewardship. This is you exercising the dominion that God gave humanity in the very beginning. When God placed Adam in the garden, the first job was to tend it and keep it, to organize it, to create order from potential chaos, to be a steward. And when you organize your home, you are fulfilling that original mandate. You are taking the chaos of stuff and creating the order of a home. You are being a faithful steward of the physical blessings in your life. But here is the question that should shake you to your core. If you are such a faithful steward of your furniture, your clothes, your kitchen supplies, why are you not being an equally faithful steward of your money, your income, your investments, your financial future? The same God who gave you the desire to organize your home also gave you money to manage. The same God who blessed you with a sense of order also blessed you with income and earning potential. And He is watching to see what you will do with it. He is waiting to see if you will apply the same diligence to your finances that you apply to your living room. He is ready to bless you with more, much more, but He cannot trust you with abundance until you prove faithful with what you already have. And being faithful does not mean being perfect. It means being intentional. It means bringing the same care, the same attention, the same system, the same order to your money that you bring to your home. Now I want to address something that might be happening in your mind right now. You might be thinking, but I am not good with numbers. I do not understand finance. Money feels complicated and overwhelming. Let me stop you right there because you are believing a lie. The same person who can organize a complex home with multiple rooms, multiple people, multiple purposes, and multiple systems is absolutely capable of organizing money. Think about what you do when you organize. You categorize. You can categorize your spending. You prioritize. You can prioritize your financial goals. You eliminate waste. You can eliminate unnecessary expenses. You create visual systems. You can create visual systems for your budget. You maintain what you have built. You can maintain your financial plan. Every single skill you use to create an organized home transfers directly to creating organized finances. The only difference is that nobody taught you to see it this way. Nobody gave you permission to believe that you are just as capable with money as you are with your home. But I am giving you that permission right now. More than that, I am telling you that you already have everything you need. You do not need a finance degree. You do not need to be good at math. You do not need to become a different person. You simply need to do with your money what you already do with your home. You need to bring order to it. You need to give it structure. You need to create systems. You need to be intentional about where everything goes and why. And when you do this, everything changes. Not just your bank account, your peace of mind, your marriage, your ability to be generous, your capacity to build a legacy, your power to fulfill the calling God placed on your life. Before we go further, I need to pause here because this might be the most important moment in this entire conversation. I want you to do something right now that will be uncomfortable but necessary. I want you to acknowledge where you are, not where you wish you were, not where you think you should be, where you actually are with your finances right now. And I want you to share it in the comments, not for my benefit, but for yours. Here is why. The moment you speak your truth, you break its power over you. The moment you bring something into the light, it loses its ability to control you in the darkness. The moment you stop hiding from your financial reality, you can start changing it. So right now, in the comments, I want you to write this simple sentence and fill in the blank. My biggest financial challenge right now is blank, and I am ready to change it because blank. That is it. Simple, honest, powerful. Maybe your biggest challenge is not having a budget. Maybe it is debt that keeps growing. Maybe it is not knowing where your money goes each month. Maybe it is the fear of looking at your accounts. Maybe it is the shame of not having savings. Maybe it is the confusion about where to even start. Whatever it is, write it down in the comment. And here is what I promise you. You are not alone in this. Every single person watching this video right now is dealing with some form of financial challenge. Every single one. The only difference between those who overcome it and those who stay stuck is that the ones who overcome it first admit it. They stop pretending everything is fine when it is not. They stop avoiding. They stop hiding. They face it. They name it. They share it. And when you do this, something miraculous happens. You are no longer fighting alone. You become part of a community of people who are all moving in the same direction. People who understand your struggle because they are in it too. People who can encourage you when you want to give up. People who can celebrate with you when you have a breakthrough. And beyond that, when you share your challenge, you are helping someone else who is too afraid to speak up. You are showing them that it is okay to not be okay. You are giving them permission to start their own journey. You are being a light in someone else's darkness. So do not skip this. Do not think this is optional. Writing that comment is the first step in your financial transformation. It is the moment you stop being a passive viewer and become an active participant in your own success. It is the moment you apply the same courage you use to organize your home to organizing your financial future. Go ahead. Pause the video if you need to. Write your comment right now. My biggest financial challenge right now is blank, and I am ready to change it, because blank. I will be reading every single comment, and I will be responding with specific guidance based on what you share. This is not just engagement for the algorithm. This is the beginning of your breakthrough. Now let us talk about what happens when you actually apply organizational principles to your money. Let us talk about the transformation that occurs when you stop treating your finances like a mystery and start treating them like a system. Rockefeller did not become the wealthiest man in history because he earned more than everyone else, at least not at first. He became wealthy because he managed what he had better than anyone else. He knew every dollar. He tracked every cent. He had categories for everything. He knew exactly how much he spent on each area of his life. He could tell you at any moment where he stood financially. This gave him power. This gave him clarity. This gave him the ability to make decisions based on facts instead of feelings. And this is exactly what an organized home gives you. When your home is organized, you do not waste time looking for things. You do not buy duplicates because you forgot you already had something. You do not feel stressed when someone comes to visit because you know everything is in order. You make better use of your space. You enjoy your environment more. You feel peaceful instead of anxious. Now imagine having that same feeling about your money. Imagine knowing exactly how much you have, where it is, what it is doing, and where it is going. Imagine opening your banking app and feeling peace instead of dread. Imagine looking at your budget and seeing opportunity instead of restriction. Imagine planning for the future with confidence instead of fear. This is not a fantasy. This is what happens when you organize your finances with the same intentionality you organize your home. And here is the beautiful part. You already know how to do this. You just need to translate your existing skills into a new context. Let me give you a practical framework that will change everything. When you organize a room, you follow a process, whether you realize it or not. First, you assess. You look at what you have. You take inventory. You see the reality of the situation. Second, you categorize. You group similar items together. You create categories that make sense for your life. Third, you eliminate. You get rid of what you do not need, what does not serve you, what is taking up space without adding value. Fourth, you assign. You give everything a home, a specific place where it belongs. Fifth, you systematize. You create processes that make it easy to maintain the order you have created. Sixth, you maintain. You consistently apply your system so that order becomes your new normal. This exact process, this 6-step framework, applies perfectly to your finance. Let me show you how. First, assess your financial reality. This means looking at every account, every debt, every income source, every expense. It means facing the numbers without judgment, without shame, without avoidance. Just like you empty out a closet to see what you have, you need to lay out your entire financial picture to see what you are working with. This step alone will give you more power than you can imagine, because you cannot manage what you do not measure. You cannot improve what you do not acknowledge. Second, categorize your money. This is where you create a budget, but I do not want you to think of a budget as restriction. Think of it as creating zones in your financial house. Just like you have a zone for dishes, a zone for towels, a zone for shoes, you need zones for your money. A zone for housing, a zone for food, a zone for transportation, a zone for giving, a zone for saving, a zone for investing, a zone for fun. When every dollar has a category, you eliminate the confusion and stress of wondering where your money went. Third, eliminate financial waste. Just like you get rid of clothes you do not wear and gadgets you do not use, you need to get rid of expenses that do not serve you. That subscription you forgot about, that habit that drains your account, that purchase pattern that keeps you broke. Be ruthless here, just like you are ruthless when decluttering your home. If it is not adding value, it is taking up space that could be used for something better. Fourth, assign your income. This is where you do what is called zero-based budgeting. Every dollar gets an assignment before the month begins. Every dollar has a home. Every dollar has a purpose. Just like you would not leave a pile of random stuff in the middle of your living room, you do not leave a pile of random dollars in your checking account wondering where they should go. You tell your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Fifth, systematize your finances. This means setting up automatic transfers, automatic bill payments, automatic savings, automatic investment. This means creating a system where your financial organization maintains itself, just like how you create systems in your home, so that everything naturally returns to its place. You automate as much as possible so that the right things happen, whether you remember them or not. Sixth, maintain your financial order. This means having a weekly money date where you review your spending and adjust your categories. This means doing a monthly financial review where you look at the bigger picture. This means having a quarterly assessment where you check your progress toward your goals. Just like you maintain your home with daily tidying and weekly deep cleaning, you maintain your finances with regular attention and intentional care. When you follow this framework, something incredible happens. Your finances start to feel like your home, peaceful, organized, under control, serving you instead of stressing you. And just like organizing your home creates physical space and mental clarity, organizing your finances creates financial space and emotional freedom. You stop living paycheck to paycheck because you have a system. You stop going into debt because you have a plan. You start building savings because you automated it. You start investing because you created room for it. You start being generous because you budgeted for it. You start building wealth because you managed it. And all of this happens not because you became a different person, but because you applied your existing strengths to a new area. You brought your gift for organization into your financial life. You exercised stewardship over the resources God entrusted to you. You proved faithful with what you had, so you became ready to receive more. But let me go deeper because there is a spiritual dimension to this that most people miss. The Bible talks constantly about stewardship, about faithfulness with resources, about the connection between how we manage earthly things and what God trusts us with eternally. Jesus told a parable about talents, about a master who gave his servants different amounts of money to manage while he was away. When he returned, he rewarded those who had been faithful with what they were given. He gave them more responsibility, more resources, more authority. But the servant who buried his talent, who did nothing with what he was given, lost even what he had. This is not just a nice story. This is a principle of the kingdom. God is watching how you manage what He has already given you. He is watching how you steward your home, your time, your relationships, and yes, your money. And He makes decisions about what to trust you with next, based on how faithful you are with what you have now. When you organize your home, you are demonstrating faithfulness with physical possessions. When you organize your finances, you are demonstrating faithfulness with economic resources. And when you do both, when you bring the same level of care and intentionality to every area of your life, you are showing God that you can be trusted with the abundance He wants to pour into your life. You are showing Him that you will not waste it, squander it, or bury it. You are showing Him that you will multiply it, steward it well, and use it for His purposes and your flourishing. Rockefeller understood this principle even though he did not use religious language to describe it. He believed that wealth was a responsibility, not just a privilege. He believed that those who had financial resources had a duty to manage them wisely, to multiply them effectively, and to use them for the benefit of society. This is why he gave away more money than anyone in history up to that point. This is why he created foundations and institutions that still exist today. This is why he saw his wealth as a stewardship, not just a personal achievement. And this is the mindset you need to adopt. Money is not the enemy. Money is a tool. Money is a resource. Money is a form of power that can be used for good or evil, for building or destroying, for blessing or cursing. And God wants you to have it, to manage it, to multiply it, to use it for His kingdom purpose. But He will not give you more than you can handle responsibly. He will not entrust you with abundance until you prove faithful with scarcity. He will not pour resources into a leaky bucket. So your job is to stop the leaks. Your job is to organize the bucket. Your job is to create a container that can hold the blessing He wants to pour out. And you do this by bringing order to your finance, by applying the same discipline to your money that you apply to your home, by being as faithful with your dollars as you are with your decor. Now I want to address something that might be holding you back: guilt, shame, regret about past financial mistakes. Let me be very clear about something. Your past does not define your future. The fact that you have been disorganized financially until now does not mean you have to stay disorganized. The fact that you have made mistakes does not disqualify you from making progress. The fact that you feel behind does not mean you cannot catch up. In fact, the very awareness that you need to change is proof that you are ready to change. The very discomfort you feel about your current financial state is the fuel for your future financial success. God does not waste anything, including your pain, including your mistakes, including your struggle. He uses everything for your good if you let Him. He takes your mess and turns it into a message. He takes your test and turns it into a testimony. He takes your breakdown and turns it into a breakthrough. But you have to let Him. You have to stop hiding. You have to stop pretending. You have to bring your financial reality into the light and say, "This is where I am. This is what I have done. This is what I am dealing with, and I need help. I need wisdom. I need guidance. I need a new way." And when you do that, when you humble yourself and admit your need, that is when transformation becomes possible. That is when God can work. That is when your life can change. Pride keeps you stuck. Shame keeps you hiding. But humility opens the door to growth. Vulnerability opens the door to help. Honesty opens the door to healing. So stop beating yourself up for past mistakes. Stop feeling guilty about what you do not know. Stop letting shame keep you from taking the next step. Instead, use that energy to move forward. Use that awareness to make better choices. Use that discomfort to fuel better habits. Your past is over. Your future starts now. And everything you need to succeed financially is already inside you. You just need to activate it. You just need to apply it. You just need to do with your money what you already do with your home. Let me give you some very practical ways to start this transformation immediately. You do not need to wait until you have more time, more money, more knowledge, or more confidence. You can start today with what you have right now. First, open a notebook or a simple spreadsheet. Title it Your Financial Inventory. Then, spend the next hour listing every single financial account you have. Checking accounts, savings accounts, credit cards, loans, investments, everything. Next to each one, write the current balance. Do not judge it. Do not stress about it. Just write it down. This is your starting point. This is your before picture. This is the moment you stop avoiding and start assessing. Second, track every single expense for the next 30 days. Every coffee, every grocery trip, every bill, every impulse purchase, every subscription, everything. Use an app if you want, or just keep a simple list in your phone. The goal is not to change your spending yet. The goal is simply to see where your money is actually going. Most people have no idea how much they spend on eating out, on entertainment, on random purchases. When you track it, you see it. When you see it, you can change it. Third, create a simple budget for next month. Take your total income and assign it to categories: housing, food, transportation, giving, saving, debt payment, fun money. Make sure every dollar has a name and a job. If you spend more in a category than you budgeted, you have to take it from another category. This forces you to make intentional choices instead of mindless spending. Fourth, set up one automatic transfer. Just one. Have $10, $20, $50, whatever you can afford, automatically moved from your checking to your savings every single week. This is how you start building financial momentum. This is how you prove to yourself that you can save. This is how you break the paycheck to paycheck cycle. Small amounts add up over time, and the habit is more important than the amount. Fifth, eliminate one wasteful expense this month. Cancel one subscription you do not use. Stop one habit that drains your account. Cook at home instead of eating out for 1 week. Whatever it is, make one specific change that frees up money for better purposes. These 5 actions, if you do them consistently, will completely transform your financial life within 6 months. Not because they are complicated, not because they require special knowledge, but because they bring order to chaos, clarity to confusion, and intention to randomness. They take the same skills you use to organize your home and apply them to your finances. They prove that you are capable. They show that you are ready. They demonstrate faithfulness with what you have so that God can trust you with more. Rockefeller had a saying that everyone should memorize. He said, "I believe the power to make money is a gift from God, just as are the instincts for art, music, literature, the doctor's talent, the nurse's, yours, to be developed and used to the best of our ability for the good of mankind. Remember, this power is not in yourself. Do not be deceived or puffed up. This is so profound that it deserves to be unpacked slowly." Rockefeller, despite all his wealth, despite all his success, despite being the richest person in the world, understood that his ability to create wealth was not something he invented. It was a gift. It was given to him by God. And with that gift came responsibility. The responsibility to develop it, to use it well, to use it for good. This is the mindset you need. The ability to earn money, to manage money, to organize money, to multiply money. These are gifts from God. They are not random. They are not accident. They are purposeful. And when you use them well, when you develop them fully, when you apply them faithfully, you are honoring the giver of the gift. You are fulfilling your purpose. You are being the steward God created you to be. But if you ignore this gift, if you waste it, if you bury it like the unfaithful servant in the parable, you are not just hurting yourself. You are dishonoring God. You are rejecting His provision. You are saying that what He gave you is not valuable enough to care for. And that has consequences, not just financially but spiritually. So when you organize your finances, when you create systems, when you track your spending, when you build your budget, when you save and invest and plan for the future, you are not just doing financial management. You are practicing spiritual stewardship. You are honoring God with the resources He entrusted to you. You are saying, "Thank you for what I have," by taking care of it. You are preparing yourself for the more that He wants to give you. There is another principle from Rockefeller's life that connects directly to your love for organization. He was obsessed with efficiency. He constantly looked for ways to do things better, faster, cheaper, without sacrificing quality. He eliminated waste in every form. He maximized every resource. He turned obstacles into opportunities. This is exactly what you do when you organize your home. You maximize space. You eliminate waste. You create efficiency. You turn a chaotic room into a functional system. And you can do the same thing with your money. You can maximize your income by learning new skills, taking on side work, or creating additional streams of revenue. You can eliminate financial waste by cutting unnecessary expenses, negotiating better rates, and avoiding impulse purchases. You can create efficiency by automating your finances, batching similar tasks, and using tools that save time. And when you do these things, you do not just save money. You create margin. You create breathing room. You create options. You create the financial foundation that allows you to be generous, to invest in your future, to take advantage of opportunity, to weather storms, to build wealth, to create a legacy. This is what organization does. This is the power of bringing order to your finances. This is the fruit of applying your existing strengths to your money management. And this is what God wants for you, not because He wants you to be comfortable, not because He wants you to hoard wealth, but because He wants you to be effective. He wants you to fulfill your purpose. He wants you to make a kingdom impact. And you cannot do that if you are constantly stressed about money, constantly drowning in debt, constantly living paycheck to paycheck, constantly one emergency away from financial disaster. You need stability to be generous. You need margin to be available. You need resources to make a difference. And you create these by organizing your finances, by bringing the same order to your money that you bring to your home. Let me paint a picture of what your life could look like 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 5 years from now, if you apply these principles consistently. 6 months from now, you have a fully funded emergency fund. You are no longer living on the edge. You have a buffer. You have a cushion. You sleep better at night because you know that if something unexpected happens, you can handle it without going into debt. Your budget is working. You know where every dollar is going. You are not stressed about money because you have a plan. You have eliminated wasteful spending. You have automated your saving. You have started investing, even if it is just a small amount. You feel in control for the first time in years. 1 year from now, you have paid off a significant portion of your debt. Maybe a credit card, maybe a car loan, maybe a chunk of your student loans. You feel lighter. You feel freer. You have more margin in your budget because you are not sending so much money to creditors every month. You have increased your income by taking on a side project or getting a raise at work. You have built up your savings even more. You have started investing consistently. You are learning about financial principles. You are reading books. You are listening to podcasts. You are growing. You are becoming the person who manages money well. 5 years from now, you are debt-free, except maybe for your mortgage. You have 6 months to a year of expenses saved in your emergency fund. You are investing 15 to 20% of your income for retirement. You are being outrageously generous because you have the resources to give. You are funding your kids' education. You are taking vacations without stress. You are living below your means while enjoying your life. You are building wealth slowly and steadily. You are creating a legacy. You are modeling financial stewardship for your children. You are able to say yes to opportunities that align with your values without worrying about money. You are using your resources to make a kingdom impact. You are supporting causes you care about. You are helping people in need. You are investing in what matters. And all of this started because you decided to apply your gift for organization to your finances. All of this became possible because you stopped avoiding and started engaging. All of this happened because you took the first step, then the next step, then the next, building momentum over time until organization became your new normal in both your home and your finances. This brings me to an important moment in our conversation. If you have made it this far, if you are still with me, it means something. It means you are serious about change. It means you are ready for transformation. It means you recognize that what I am sharing is not just information, but revelation. And I want to invite you into something bigger than just watching this video. I want to invite you into a community of people who are on the same journey you are on. People who understand the struggle. People who celebrate the wins. People who support each other. People who are committed to financial transformation, rooted in faith. This is why I am asking you to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Not because I need your subscription, but because you need this community. You need the regular encouragement. You need the ongoing education. You need the accountability. You need to be reminded week after week that financial transformation is possible, that you are capable, that you are not alone. When you subscribe, you are making a commitment to yourself. You are saying, I am done living in financial chaos. I am done avoiding my money. I am done letting fear and shame control my decisions. I am ready to bring the same order to my finances that I bring to my home. I am ready to be the steward God created me to be. And that decision, that commitment, that is what changes everything. Because success is not about one good decision. It is about consistent good decisions over time. It is about showing up again and again. It is about learning, applying, adjusting, and growing. And that is what this channel provides. Every single week, I create content that helps you understand money better, manage it better, multiply it better, and use it better. Content that combines biblical wisdom with practical strategy. Content that meets you where you are and helps you get where you want to go. Content that is designed specifically for people like you who want financial freedom rooted in faith. So if you are ready, if you are serious, if you are committed, click that subscribe button right now. Turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Join thousands of others who are on this journey with you. And let me be your guide, your mentor, your coach, as you transform your financial life. I promise you this. If you consistently watch, learn, and apply what I teach, your life will be completely different 1 year from now. Not because I am special, not because I have secret knowledge, but because these principles work. They worked for Rockefeller. They have worked for millions of others, and they will work for you if you work them. So make that commitment right now. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and let us do this together. Now let us talk about the obstacles you are going to face as you start this journey, because I want you to be prepared. The first obstacle is going to be emotional resistance. When you sit down to look at your financial reality for the first time, you are going to feel uncomfortable, maybe scared, maybe ashamed, maybe overwhelmed. This is normal. This is part of the process. Do not let these emotions stop you. Feel them, acknowledge them, but do not obey them. Push through the discomfort because on the other side is clarity. The second obstacle is going to be old habits. You have been spending and managing money in certain ways for years, maybe decades. Those patterns are deeply ingrained. When you try to change them, your brain is going to resist. You are going to have moments where you want to go back to your old ways because they are familiar, even if they are harmful. Expect this. Plan for it. Have strategies ready. Find an accountability partner. Write down your why. Remember your reason. Remind yourself why you started. The third obstacle is going to be unexpected expenses. Right when you think you have your budget figured out, something will break. Someone will get sick. A bill you forgot about will show up. This is life. This is why you need an emergency fund. This is why you need margin in your budget. Do not let these setbacks discourage you. They are not failures. They are just part of the journey. Adjust, adapt, and keep moving forward. The fourth obstacle is going to be other people. Not everyone in your life is going to understand or support your financial transformation. Some people might mock your budget. Some might tempt you to spend money you do not have. Some might make you feel bad for saying no to things you cannot afford. You need to be strong enough to hold your boundaries. You need to be clear enough about your priorities that other people's opinions do not sway you. You need to remember that you are making decisions based on your values and your future, not on other people's expectations. The fifth obstacle is going to be comparison. You are going to see people on social media who seem to have it all together financially. You are going to see people taking fancy vacations, buying new cars, living in beautiful homes, and you might feel like you are behind, like you are failing, like you are not making progress fast enough. Do not fall into this trap. You are not competing with anyone. You are running your own race. You are building your own financial foundation. Their timeline is not your timeline. Their circumstances are not your circumstances. Focus on your progress, not their highlight reel. These obstacles are real, but they are not insurmountable. Thousands of people have faced them and overcome them. You can too. You will too. You just need to expect them, prepare for them, and push through them. You just need to stay committed to your why, stay focused on your goal, and stay faithful to the process. Let me share a truth that might challenge some of your current beliefs. Poverty is not a virtue. Struggling financially is not noble. Being broke is not spiritual. Somehow in Christian culture, we have adopted this idea that having money is bad, that wanting financial success is selfish, that pursuing wealth is ungodly. This is not biblical. This is not what Scripture teaches. Yes, the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Yes, you cannot serve both God and money. Yes, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich person to enter the kingdom of God. But notice what all of these verses actually say. They are warnings about the misuse of money, about making money your master, about loving money more than God. They are not condemnations of money itself. In fact, the Bible is full of examples of godly, wealthy people. Abraham was wealthy, Job was wealthy, David was wealthy, Solomon was wealthy, Joseph of Arimathea was wealthy, Lydia was a successful businesswoman, Priscilla and Aquila were business owners. These were not godless people. These were people who loved God, served God, and also happened to have financial resources. The difference is that they used their wealth for God's purposes. They were generous. They were stewards. They recognized that everything they had came from God and belonged to God. They held it loosely. They used it wisely. They blessed others with it. And this is what God wants from you. Not poverty, not struggling, not barely getting by, but abundance that you manage well, resources that you steward faithfully, wealth that you use for kingdom purpose. God wants to bless you so you can be a blessing. He wants to prosper you so you can be generous. He wants to give you more than enough so you can help others who do not have enough. But He cannot do this if you are stuck in the mindset that money is bad. He cannot do this if you are avoiding financial responsibility. He cannot do this if you are not managing what you already have. So let go of the false belief that poverty is spiritual. Let go of the guilt about wanting financial success. Let go of the shame about caring about money. Instead, embrace the truth that God wants you to prosper, that He has given you gifts and abilities to create wealth, that He is inviting you to be a faithful steward of financial resources so that His kingdom can advance through your generosity. This is not selfish. This is strategic. This is not worldly. This is wise. This is not ungodly. This is exactly what God wants for His children. Rockefeller lived this principle even though he probably would not have articulated it in theological terms. He believed he had a responsibility to use his wealth for the betterment of society. He gave away hundreds of millions of dollars during his lifetime, and through his foundations, he funded medical research that eradicated diseases. He supported education that lifted entire communities. He created institutions that still serve millions of people today. He did not just accumulate wealth, he deployed it. He used it. He made it count. And this is what you need to aspire to. Not just having money, but using it well. Not just building wealth, but building a legacy. Not just being financially secure, but being financially strategic about advancing what matters most to you. And you cannot do any of this if your finances are a mess. You cannot be generous if you are drowning in debt. You cannot invest in what matters if you do not have margin. You cannot create a legacy if you are living paycheck to paycheck. This is why organizing your finances is not optional. This is why bringing order to your money is essential. This is why you must apply the same discipline to your finances that you apply to your home, because your financial organization is the foundation for everything else. It is the platform for generosity. It is the springboard for impact. It is the base for legacy. Get this right, and everything else becomes possible. Leave this broken, and you will always be limited, always struggling, always wishing you could do more, but never having the resources to do it. Let me give you one more framework that will tie everything together. Think of your financial life as a house with 4 rooms. The first room is income. This is where money comes in. Your job, your business, your side hustle, your investment, any source of revenue. The healthier this room, the more resources you have to work with. Most people focus almost exclusively on this room. They think the answer to all their financial problems is more income. And yes, income matters. But it is only one room. The second room is expenses. This is where money goes out. Your bills, your spending, your lifestyle, your habits. Most people have no idea what is happening in this room. Money comes in and money goes out, and they have no clue where it went. This room needs to be organized. This room needs categories, budgets, tracking, and intentionality. The third room is debt. This is where you owe money to others. Credit cards, student loans, car loans, mortgages, personal loans. This room is a drain. Every dollar you send to this room is a dollar that could have been used elsewhere. The goal is to clean out this room as quickly as possible so that your money can work for you instead of for your creditor. The fourth room is wealth. This is where money grows. Savings, investments, retirement accounts, real estate, business equity. This room is your future. This room is your legacy. This room is what creates financial freedom. Most people never get to focus on this room because the other 3 rooms are such a mess. Now here is what happens when you organize your finances. You clean up all 4 rooms. You maximize income by developing your skills and creating additional revenue streams. You minimize expenses by eliminating waste and living intentionally. You eradicate debt by paying it off aggressively and avoiding new debt. You build wealth by saving consistently and investing wisely. And when all 4 rooms are working together, when each room is organized and functioning properly, that is when you experience financial transformation. That is when money stops being a source of stress and becomes a tool for blessing. That is when you stop surviving and start thriving. That is when you stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being the architect of your future. And you build this financial house the same way you organize your physical house. 1 room at a time, 1 category at a time, 1 decision at a time. You assess, you categorize, you eliminate, you assign, you systematize, you maintain. You bring order to chaos. You create structure. You establish systems. You exercise stewardship. And over time, the house you build financially becomes as beautiful, as functional, as peaceful as the house you live in physically. As we move toward the end of our time together, I want to leave you with a vision of what is possible, not just financially, but holistically. When you get your finances in order, when you organize your money with the same care you organize your home, something shifts inside you. You feel more confident. You feel more capable. You feel more in control. This confidence spills over into other areas of your life. You tackle problems you have been avoiding. You take risks you have been too scared to take. You pursue dreams you thought were impossible. You become the person you were always meant to be. Your relationships improve because financial stress is one of the leading causes of conflict and divorce. When money is no longer a source of tension, when you and your spouse are on the same page financially, your marriage strengthens. Your family thrives. Your home becomes a place of peace instead of stress. Your health improves because financial anxiety takes a toll on your body. It affects your sleep, your blood pressure, your immune system, your mental health. When you have financial order, when you have a plan, when you know you are moving in the right direction, your body relaxes, your stress decreases, your health rebounds, your generosity explodes because you finally have margin to give. You are no longer so tight financially that you cannot help others. You can respond when someone has a need. You can support causes you care about. You can invest in your church, your community, your world. And this generosity brings a joy that money itself can never bring. Your spiritual life deepens because you are practicing biblical stewardship. You are being faithful with what God has given you. You are proving trustworthy. You are aligning your financial life with your spiritual values. And this alignment brings peace, brings blessing, brings the favor of God in ways you cannot even imagine. Your impact multiplies because you have resources to deploy. You can start that business. You can write that book. You can launch that ministry. You can support that missionary. You can fund that project. You can make things happen that you only dreamed about before. This is what financial transformation does. This is what organizing your money creates. This is the fruit of bringing the same discipline to your finances that you bring to your home. It is not just about the numbers. It is about the life those numbers make possible. It is about the freedom, the peace, the joy, the impact, the legacy. It is about becoming the person God created you to be, living the life He designed you to live, fulfilling the purpose He planted inside you. And it all starts with a decision to stop avoiding, a decision to start engaging, a decision to bring order to chaos, a decision to apply your existing strengths to a new area, a decision to be faithful with what you have been given. That decision is yours to make right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Now, today, in this moment. What will you choose? Will you continue living with financial disorder while your home is perfectly organized? Or will you finally bring the same order to your money that you bring to your space? Will you keep avoiding, keep struggling, keep stressing? Or will you face your reality, create a plan, and start transforming your financial future? Will you stay stuck in the patterns that have kept you broke? Or will you embrace the principles that build wealth? The choice is yours. The power is in your hands. The gift is already inside you. You just need to activate it. You just need to use it. You just need to do what you already know how to do in a new context. You already know how to organize. You already know how to create systems. You already know how to bring order to chaos. Now you just need to do it with your money. And when you do, when you finally apply your gift to your finances, everything changes. Your bank account changes. Your debt changes. Your savings change. Your investments change. Your stress changes. Your relationships change. Your confidence changes. Your future changes. Your legacy changes. All because you made one decision. The decision to organize. The decision to steward. The decision to be faithful. The decision to honor God with your resources. So make that decision right now. Commit to it. Declare it. Write it down. Share it in the comments. Tell someone about it. Make it real. Make it official. Say out loud, I am organizing my finances starting today. I am bringing the same order to my money that I bring to my home. I am becoming a faithful steward. I am building a financial foundation. I am creating wealth. I am leaving a legacy. I am doing this not just for me, but for my family, for my future, for my purpose, for my God. And then take the first step. Just one step. Open that notebook. Check that balance. List those expenses. Create that budget. Set up that automatic transfer. Cancel that subscription. Whatever it is, take one concrete action today that moves you forward. And then tomorrow, take another step. And the next day, another. Build momentum. Create progress. Prove to yourself that you can do this. Because you can. You absolutely can. You have everything you need. The gift is inside you. The power is available. The path is clear. All you need to do is walk it. One step at a time. One day at a time. One decision at a time. And 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 5 years from now, you will look back at this moment as the turning point. The moment everything changed. The moment you stopped being a victim and became a victor. The moment you stopped making excuses and started making progress. The moment you stopped wishing and started working. The moment your financial transformation began. That moment is now. That moment is today. That moment is this. So do not waste it. Do not let it pass. Seize it. Own it. Use it. Let this be the day everything changes. Let this be the day you finally become the organized, disciplined, faithful steward you were created to be. Both in your home and in your finance. Both in your space and in your money. Both in your present and in your future. You have the gift. You have the ability. You have the opportunity. Now you just need the decision. And I believe you will make the right one. I believe you will choose transformation. I believe you will apply your strengths. I believe you will organize your finance. I believe you will become the person God created you to be. I believe your future is brighter than you can imagine. I believe your impact will be greater than you can conceive. I believe your legacy will outlast your lifetime. All because you made one decision today. The decision to bring order to your financial life. The decision to be faithful with what you have been given. The decision to honor God with your resources. Welcome to your new financial future. Welcome to a life of order, abundance, and impact. Welcome to the transformation you have been waiting for. It starts now.